So, welcome back. Literally. Like, welcome back, literally. Because I haven't been on the channel since a long time. And then she ain't been here. So, it's welcome back to both of us, I guess.
It is. But yeah, I'm happy to be back. My COVID experience.
So, that's what we're talking about today.
Yeah, the COVID experience.
My COVID experience with
my COVID experience.
Her COVID experience. Two different things. So, and it's a lot to go into this segment so we can...
You go first. Tell me about yours.
Well, I mean, I guess I need to just... Like, my whole experience didn't start off from the labor because I didn't get to even be a part of it. Of course, because of COVID in general. So, I didn't really have any plans on, like, being in the room because I didn't know if I'd be able to take the pain that she was going to be in, like, the empathy, sympathy thing. So... when I was like telling Mo, y'all need to set up the laptop, that's FaceTime and all that stuff. Well, we was FaceTiming, but sometimes the hospital internet would drop or stuff like that. So it wasn't even conventional anyway because they was trying to induce Kayla for the whole day and nothing was happening. But she was getting a little pain. So every time we would call, sometimes she'd be all right, sometimes she wasn't. So for me, it was more of not knowing and not being able to do anything as a parent. So on the first day, was nothing was working. All we was praying for was, everything to be fine and not for her to have to have a C-section. So when she was like, nothing has changed, nothing is going on, I was like, okay, this is a whole day. And she was like, okay, they're going to reset, they're going to do it again tomorrow. And that technically would be Thursday.
Yeah.
So... and then I was like, okay, let's see. So when they was calling me on Thursday and it was a little progress, another inch here. I mean, centimeter here, not an inch.
Fingertip.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's fine. Progress is progress. So when it got down to Mo was like, okay, so they finna come in and start pushing. I was like, okay. So the hour passed, another hour. I was like, I ain't got no phone call. And so, Terrell was like, I thought they was gonna call us and let us be, like FaceTime during the process, but we didn't get that. So I was kind of like, okay. I don't know what's going on, and as a parent, again, not knowing what's going on will have you in a whole nother world. Tootie was sick at the time, so I was at home Tootie throwing up with diarrhea. I'm trying to figure out, what's going on with Kayla. So my nerves were actually not where they're supposed to be, and we didn't get a phone call. So when Mo finally called, he was like, they finna do a C-section, I'll call y'all back. And I'm like, no, I think he texted that shit too.
Wait.
And I'm like, hold the fuck on. I've been waiting for 2 days. I like, this ain't enough. Like, I at that point, I'm kind of like, look, I'm pissed because I don't know what's going on. So then I fell asleep. When I woke up, I think Mo or Kayla woke me up. Somebody woke me up when I got a phone call. I was like, okay, fine. I think it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. But he was here. He was fine. I was like, okay, that's cool. We're going through the process, when you coming home. So the labor part for me was already a trip because I didn't get that experience. Of course, I couldn't get it, but I didn't get a chance to get any of the experience, as a grandparent, But I was happy that he was here. Everything was fine. And how did you feel about it?
I honestly wanted people there because I didn't know how it was going to go. But Mo did a great job of just being there, being the support system.
At first, I was like, why Mo not rubbing your back? Why he not doing this? Why he not helping you do this? Because I wasn't there. Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, he was good. He held my hand when it was time to hold my hand. And when I had contractions, he was like, you good?
No.
What do you... He couldn't do nothing, so it was kind of like he was just standing there looking at me. But other than that, I think it went great. Until they told me I had to have an emergency C-section. That threw me all the way off. But, I mean, I'm happy he's here. So, that's something I just accepted.
Yeah. You got it.
Hey, I accepted it. So, it is what it is.
Like, you can reverse that.
Right. Like, no, I'm going to push. No, that didn't happen.
So.
But I really feel like after after the rapid breathing, they took him for that. But after they told me he wasn't going to stay in the NICU for that, and they gave me him, it was good. I was happy to be going home. Now that I look back on some videos, I was actually coughing when we was getting ready to go home.
Yeah. You came home coughing.
I came home coughing. It just wasn't that bad until that next day.
So when she came home, I was like, okay, we can get back into the normal setting. You know, Cam is here, Kayla's here. We can try to work it out. But because Tootie was sick and I didn't know what, you know, she was throwing up and had diarrhea and I didn't know what she had, I told Kayla, I was like, when you come home, just go to your room. Don't let Tootie know you're here. Let me give her another day to see if she gonna continue to throw up or whatever, because I don't want her to make the baby sick. So for the Sunday, I didn't even go see baby. I didn't go in there with Kayla and them because I didn't want Tootie to even know she was there. And then so technically Kayla I wouldn't even, you know any, she had any issues. On Monday, Kayla came out the room a little more and she was always kind of holding her stomach and coughing, and she was like, I can't catch my breath. Now, I've had a lot of kids, but I never had a C-section, so I didn't know any advice to give her. Is that normal? Is that what you're supposed to do? I knew that if you got cut, of course, and you cough, it's kind of like a gentle cough or a gentle laugh, so you kind of be like,
yeah,
you know, like that, and that's what she was doing. And you know, like I say, fortunately, because of Tootie being sick, I didn't get around them that much. We were around each other a little bit on Monday.
Yeah.
But so Monday night, she kept saying it's hard for me to catch my breath, it's hard for me to breathe. I said, well, it might be like that for a couple of days. I don't know.
Then I had a fever that first day.
Yeah, she kept having fever, but it go away. And so I was like, okay, so maybe, like I say, we cool. So Monday she was saying, Monday night, Terrell said he caught you on the floor, living room floor, said that's the only way you can breathe. Like,
yeah, I could only breathe if I was sitting up. Like, I had to literally sit up, Indian style, sit up, with my chest kind of poked out a little bit. And if I slept, if I hung over, I had to, if my chest was caved in, I still can breathe, but it was just like, that's the only way I could sleep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I slept like that at home. And like that at the hospital for the first 2 days.
So, Tuesday.
Ooh, they fishing. Got them a boat.
So Tuesday, she was like, I was getting ready to take Tootie to school or whatever, and she just had that look like, I'm over it, I'm done. And then she was like, I just need to go. She putting on clothes. I'm like, where you going? She's like, I just need to walk and get outside. I can't breathe. And I'm like, well, shit, like, I don't think going nowhere gonna help you breathe. So I was like, I tell you what, I'm finna take Tootie to school. I'm gonna get the baby. Mo, you take Kayla back to the hospital when I get back, because shit, you can't breathe. I don't know what else to say. So when I got back, I got the baby. They went on again, waiting to hear what was going on. I called Mo. He was like, they won't let me in. I'm outside. I'm in the car. I'm like, what? Like, what the fuck? So again, I'm stuck at home not knowing what's going on. And so then Mo's like, okay, Kayla called, and she's like, I'm in the back, and I got COVID. They go, no, it was pneumonia or COVID. You said first.
COVID.
She was like, I got COVID. They want me to stay here. I don't, and then of course she's upset because she just got home.
I just got home.
She
and
just
I was
had
like,
a baby. Who want to stay in the hospital away from their baby? So I was like, okay, hold on. Just hold on. She said, I'll call you back. So then when she calls back, she was like, I got pneumonia, I got COVID, and I'm stuck. I'm going to be here. Like, I'm going to be here for a while. I was like, okay, Tina, like, okay. The first thing is, I'm talking to Kayla, she's still coughing or whatever, and I'm like, okay. The first thing you hear when COVID, you're like, okay, well, are you good? But when you in the hospital, I know she's not good because they want to keep her. I'm like, okay. That's cool. Now I'm trying to call Mo to see what he know, what's going on. He was like, they not letting me back there. I'm like, okay, all right, just calm down. I get out the phone, I sit there for a minute, and of course I didn't calm down. I go back to Terrell, I'm crying, Kayla got COVID, they gonna make her stay, and I'm like, shit, okay. But she was able to FaceTime, she was able to talk. We good, Mo, they even let, Mo went in to deliver, to get her phone charger, and they told him he can come back. Mo stayed, Wednesday night?
Yeah, I was in ICU, and they actually let Mo stay in ICU when I had COVID for the first day.
And I don't know what that was about, but they let him stay.
So they let him stay, and he stayed.
So then we all went to go get tested, and when we all went to go get tested, of course, Mo and baby got COVID, but that was Mike, when I was like, okay, wait a minute, the baby got COVID.
Mo got COVID.
Kayla got COVID. They all got at the hospital. Kayla is really sick, and the baby and Mo are good. So I was like, okay, Lord, what's going on? You know, I'm watching the baby like a hawk now because he already had rapid breathing and I wasn't around the baby alone, like when he first got here to know what was his patterns. I'm like, when Mo came home, I'm like, okay, is he supposed to be breathing like this? And Mo like, yeah, he breathed like that because, you know, that's how he was at the hospital. I'm like, okay, well, cool. So Mo stayed. I kept the baby Wednesday, was Tuesday night?
Yeah.
Mo got tested. We all got tested Wednesday. We was all good except Mo and baby. And then Thursday, fast forward. Now we talking to Kayla on the phone. She's doing pretty decent. I had to bring Tootie to the hospital for her throwing up and stuff because her diarrhea got worse. And when I tell y'all, we was there, and the lady put us. She was like, "Mama, we going to room 7." I'm like, "Room 7? Kayla in room 8." I was like, "Lord, I know this ain't nothing but you to put me right across the hall from Kayla." So when I told the nurse, I was like, "In 8, that's my baby in 8." And she like, "Really?" So when she confirmed, of course, because first she didn't want to tell me that Kayla was in 8, but I already knew. She opened up the blinds, little curtains, so we can see Kayla. Now, Tootie, of course, had a fit because she wanted to go over there.
Right. Now I wanted her to come up so bad. I was like, "You can't come up here."
But, you know, we sat for a while. I was still FaceTiming so she could hear what we were saying and whatever. It was really like a relief for me. I don't know how you felt, but it was a relief for me.
Yeah, I felt good. I saw somebody
that you know,
they let Mo back there for that first day, but after that, oh.
So we got ready to go now. We got ready to go. Tootie and Kayla crying. Tootie crying. She want Kayla to come, and Kayla crying because she wants to go.
I'm ready to go.
So, then that's when the shit went downhill for me because I had just left Kayla. That Thursday we had just left. Seen the wave. She was, and the whole time we was there, I think a physical therapy lady had came into the room. Kayla was standing up. She was talking. She was able to do stuff. I could hear the lady tell her, "Okay, well, you looking nice, blah, blah, blah." So then Kayla was like, "Mama, they gonna move me upstairs to PCU, which is progressive care." I was like, oh, okay. And when I got Tootie home, got her straight, Kayla started texting saying, "I'm not getting better up here. I can't breathe up here. I can't move. I can't do this." I'm like, wait, what? I just fucking saw you. Like, what the hell you mean you can't move? You can't breathe? I can't talk. I can't stop coughing. I'm like, what?
It just hit.
And I'm like, okay. So then,
because they were talking about putting the tube in my mouth if I didn't stop coughing. And you know, I was really trying at that point. Like, I really was trying because I don't like stuff going down my throat, my eyes, my nose, none of that. So when they was like, Miss Jones, if you can't calm down, we're going to have to put the
ventilator.
Yeah, that down your throat. And I was like, I was crying because I couldn't catch my breath. I understand what he was saying, but I was really upset because the dude in front of me had one in his mouth and his family was there. And I was like, I don't want that. I really don't want that. So I'm trying to slow down my breathing. And the only thing I could do was just like inhale through my nose, exhale out through my mouth. And when I finally calmed down, they was like, we're going to watch her, but if she has another spell like that, she's going to have to get it. And I was like, oh my God.
And then everybody calling me. Here come the phone call. Don't let them ventilate her. Don't let them. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, first of all, let's start over. I haven't got a phone call from nobody. Okay, like, you telling me don't let them ventilate her. They ain't even told me if they give her tissue to wipe her ass. I don't even know nothing. Okay, so here and then that's where my whole shitstorm started. Okay, I'm talking to Kayla and she's telling me everything. Well, let me start over. She can't tell me nothing because every time she try to say something, she coughing. And I'm looking at my child's face. Her eyes going, well, she already got lazy eyes, so let's not go there. But
wow.
One eye open, one eye closed. She can't hold her head up. She couldn't talk. She barely like responding to me on FaceTime. And I'm like, y'all, as a parent, oh my gosh, like that is not some shit you want to see, especially because you know the outcome of some people in COVID. You know how fast that shit go. And I was like, oh, this ain't a good feeling. So she was like, I can't, pump my breast, my titties, they hurt. All the stuff that if I was there, I can help you with. But as a parent, I'm sitting here on the phone. And so, I'm talking to her. I'm like, okay, Next time I called, no answer. Next time I called Kayla, no answer. I was like, oh, shucks. She finally called Friday morning. She was like, they told me, she was texting me telling me that they told her she can't, to try not to talk, don't get on the phone. So I was like, cool. Long as you answer, now I know you still up, you still here with us. So Friday morning when she called, she was looking very bad. She couldn't talk. Y'all, when I tell you her chest was like out this world, it was like moving like this. And that's what surprised me. I wasn't even looking at her face no more. I was watching her house gown was just like this, like doing like this. I was like, oh my goodness. When I hung up that phone from her, first of all, I'm calling nurses. Please, can you leave? I leave a message for like 4 times to the nursing station. Nobody calls me back. By this time Friday morning, I'm talking to her, and I'm looking at her because she's not talking well. Her chest going 90 miles to 100. I'm like, okay, yeah. I lost it. When I hung up the phone with Kayla, I literally lost it. Like on the floor, boo-hoo crying, lost it. So I tried to, check your resources, Tina. Who do you know that work anywhere? So I started calling people that I knew. Now, I called somebody that I knew. I couldn't get the words out to say, I need y'all to help me check on Kayla. Somebody do something. Because when I started talking, I did the whole Terrell Vaughn don't like to talk and cry at the same time. And I was just trying to tell people, and I'm going to start crying now, but I wasn't doubting that the Lord would do whatever it is that I asked him to do. But at that time, as a parent, you separating your religion from the reality that, yes, I know the Lord gonna pull her through, but at this moment, I don't know nothing. Nobody is calling me back. So I was like, okay, I'm not doubting the Lord. I got so much faith into him. I know what he can do, but ain't nobody calling me back. Ain't nobody telling me nothing. I need just a little bit from somebody. So I finally got somebody to finagle some stuff for me and gave me some updates. And then Saturday morning, Kayla called and said she needed your breast pump.
Probably, yeah.
I think we had to bring up some stuff up there Saturday morning. And my mama, the lady, I understand it's COVID or whatever, y'all, but I promise y'all, if y'all know anybody that works at these hospitals in the health field, and this is off topic, just like when you work in drive-through and all this stuff like that, you realize there's a day when you realize that this job ain't for you. When people work these hospitals, COVID is a whole sign and say whether this job is for you. And some of y'all ain't quit yet, and y'all fuckers need to quit. Because I promise you, I try to go tell the lady what I need. This is just to get into the hospital. This woman ain't nobody but the front desk. Ain't no type of degrees or nothing. But she act like guarding that front door was her life. But I'm trying to tell her what I need. She telling me, "Can't but one person go upstairs." I was like, okay, cool. Kayla, I'm talking about mama, go upstairs and take Kayla what she got to do. I'm going to go to the business office and fix my damn phone number because they're not calling me because they told me they had the wrong telephone number. So I go do that. I go fix my number and I go back outside the hospital. And I wait and I wait. And I see my mama coming. I was like, okay, how come my mama came out with Kayla's nurse? When I tell you, I don't know where. I know what mama told the woman. Mama told the woman I was going crazy, which I was. This lady, this nurse, Kayla's first nurse, came out to talk to me. Like, out the hospital, in the parking lot. And I thanked her so much because that's what all I needed at that point was somebody to tell me something. And she gave me Kayla's update. At that time, and so that she said, I promise you, Miss Jones, I'll get somebody to call you tonight. Now they didn't call me tonight, but she did. She called me back before her shift was over. She said, I'm gonna get on that doctor, and that she was being playful or whatever. But the next day, Sunday, the doctor called, gave me some updates. Everything was getting better. All the prayers were being answered. Everything was getting better, and it was by Sunday evening, y'all, when I was like, okay, I think I can breathe a little bit. I think I can get, when the next time I talked to Kayla, her eyes were both open. She was doing better. And I told her, I said, get your rest, do whatever you need to do, because whatever you're doing, you're getting better. Like, you're getting better. So, what was your update from Sunday?
He ain't do the ducks like that.
Okay, Sunday.
Sunday.
From Thursday, Saturday. I mean Sunday when you were getting better. Like
when I started getting better, I started feeling better. They had lowered my oxygen. I couldn't still like do too much. Just sitting on the side of the bed and going from the bed to that chair that was in the corner was my exercise for the day. Like, and that was my highlight of the day, is getting help to stand up to get to the chair. And then if I sat in the chair, I just sat in the chair all day. I enjoyed that people came in and was consistently checking on me, because nobody was there, like my mama said. Like, all I had was FaceTime, and then they was telling me to try not to be on the phone so much, but that's all I could do. There's nothing else you can really do in the room but just watch TV and be on the phone, like just try to check on your people, because you're isolated from everybody. And I know I was getting better, but my lung doctor was saying that it's still a day-by-day process. And I was happy to hear that, but at the same time I was like, okay, but when am I going home? Because I did not want to sit in that hospital and I have a newborn son at home. Like, I know, yes, he's taken care of, he has a big family, but I want to go home to my son. So after that day, it was still you're getting better. It's still a day-by-day thing. Once they moved me from the PCU, they moved from PCU to the COVID hall, because I still had COVID, but I was getting better, and they said I was looking good enough to move. So they lowered my oxygen again, another notch, and they moved me to the COVID hall. Once I was in the COVID hall, I was doing way better. Like, I was actually able to walk and actually let me shower by myself, because the nurses had to help me the whole time. I had to get like the grandma care. Like, I was unable to do nothing. Sponge baths in the seat. Do you need help going to the bathroom? Like, that was my life for 10 days. So, going to the COVID hall, I was able to shower by myself. They put my oxygen on 1, and I ended up taking it off because I was able to breathe. I was feeling better. I stayed on the COVID hall for like 3 days, and when they gave me them discharge papers, their red envelope on that last day of being in the COVID hall, I called everybody. I was like, come get me right now. They was like, well, we gonna get your papers together, and okay, yeah, come get me. I felt so great to just leave, even though I wasn't 100%, and I'm still not back to 100%, but it has got way better. Like, even like I told mama today, I was like, I feel my lungs has opened up some more today, because I can inhale all the way in. When I sneeze, it's not like I can actually sneeze. So I just want to thank God. I want to thank everybody that was praying for me, because y'all really don't know, being in there, it's scary, and it felt like you just was alone, because all you have is your phone. But I'm so glad that God pulled me through. I'm happy to be home. I'm happy to be getting better. I wouldn't wish this on nobody, especially because I had COVID and pneumonia. I really wouldn't wish this on nobody, but I'm just grateful to be home. Praise the Lord. And now I've just resumed my life being a new mom with my mom.
Right. And so my birthday was on Friday the 24th when she came home, and I kept saying I'm not doing nothing until she come home. And so on Thursday she was like, I want to come home tomorrow. I was like, you're not coming home tomorrow. Nobody even said you was coming home. I literally 2 minutes later, her doctor walked in and he was like, you're doing good, you might go home tomorrow. She was like, Mama, you heard that? I was like, yeah, but he said the other doctor has to concur with what he's saying. So I didn't think she was still coming home. So on my birthday, she called. She had on clothes on FaceTime. I was like, why you dressed? And she was like, oh, I'm going home. They said I can go home. I said, they didn't tell you that. She was like, that lady said she was going to bring my discharge papers. I was like, okay, yeah. But at this time, I'm like, now I don't have anything planned for my birthday. But I was just so happy that I was, asking the Lord for that silently, because I felt like, I was being ungrateful at first. I was like, Lord, please bring my child through. Then, oh, Lord, please bring her home on my birthday, So I was like, if possible, Lord, it's my birthday. You can bring my baby home, but just bring her home, period. But he did it all. He did everything, and everything came out wonderful. And like Kayla said, it was prayers from so many people. And I just want to thank like all the DDPs that called, even some dancing dolls. The parents reached out for their children, you know, because they've heard about Kayla being sick. So, and as much as I talk shit about Mo being retarded and stuff like that, he really did take care of Cam. Yes, I do. You know,
you do,
you're very slow.
but it's...
Yeah, I talk about my own child, but you know, both y'all ass slow. But he did a great job taking care of Cam during this time, because as a first-time parent, first-time dad, especially not knowing, he did for those 2 weeks she was gone. Oh my God! Anytime we heard the baby crying, of course, me and Terrell go in there, but it'd be he changed the pamper, he getting a pamper bottle, he was on his shit. So I can't, you know, he was in good hands, like Kayla said, because he got a big family. But his dad did do overboard. He had COVID too, so both of them were, like I said, he did a good job. But there's so much more we could say, but I don't, the video be too long. But just know that y'all, I'm not pushing for no vaccines and no shit like that. But if you like on the fence and all that good stuff, y'all, you don't want that. You don't as a parent. And you always tell me how much you do whatever your mama. Don't have your mama on FaceTime looking at your child doing, you know, trying to struggle to breathe, because it ain't cute. It ain't what you want to do.
No,
I promise. But just know that we're doing great. Kayla's doing wonderful, and we're gonna keep y'all updated and do more now. You know, that like God has given us all this second chance again, because He continues to bless every day. But
blessings on top of blessings.
We're gonna bringing more heat, bringing more fun to the TKP page.
Y'all get a chance to meet Cam Sunday, or whenever I upload the video.
Yeah,
I'm shooting it Sunday though. So y'all will be there for his first experience. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Please comment, because a lot of y'all was praying for me. I really do thank y'all. Love y'all for real. And we'll see y'all in the next video.